I think force the vote only has one more chance. We only got one more swing at force the vote. And it is an obvious thing because it is the exact same situation, only instead of for the House of Representatives, it's for the Senate. Here's Kelly Loeffler doing her concession speech. So Kelly Loeffler is out, and then the other one, whatever, the Ossoff, the guy that Ossoff beat, he's probably going to be out, and that makes the Senate 50-50 with Kamala Harris beating, the tie, being a tie-breaking vote. That means any one Democrat senator, any Democratic senator has a shit ton of leverage. Just one Democratic senator has to peel off a piece of legislation for it not to get passed. So, when it comes to voting for Chuck Schumer, all we have to do is deprive Schumer of the majority. He'll kick back into caucus, and they will pick a different Democrat. Don't believe that Kevin McCarthy bullshit TYT lie. So we don't have to, Chuck Schumer, get us Medicare for all. The opportunity, it's the exact same thing because you have a brand new Senate, and the Senate is going to have to vote for Senate leadership. Chuck Schumer is going to be anointed the king because that's who they think that they are. All eyes are on the House of Representatives. Now all eyes will be on the Senate. So Chuck Schumer, force the vote. The strategy, the tactic demands of it, and anybody that was in favor of force the vote, I guess there'd be a bunch of cucks if they didn't just say, hey, yeah, I'm in favor of this idea. This is a good idea. Chuck Schumer either puts an up or down vote for Medicare for all, or we don't re-elect him to be the majority leader. Get us Medicare for all, Chuck, or we'll pick anybody I think would be better than Chuck, but Bernie Sanders would be a good candidate. We have the Senate, right? So there's 50 candidates. There's 50 possibilities. And I think it'd be a good idea for force to vote if, other people think this is a good idea, which it's obviously a good idea. It's the same fucking idea. It is the same goddamned idea. Make Chuck Schumer do Medicare for all. If anything, we have more leverage when it comes to the Senate because the whole idea with force to vote with the House of Representatives was that we had 17 progressives, and the vote for Nancy Pelosi was only a 7-vote difference. So we could have easily leveraged 17 votes for a 7-vote spread. So 7-vote spread, here we have a Senate that's 50-50 with Kamala Harris breaking the tie. And so that means all you need is one senator to break ranks. Just one senator to break ranks, and the idea is that they got to get a majority of the Senate to be the Senate leader. And if they're deprived of the leader, then it gets kicked back to caucus. It doesn't go straight to the Republicans. So, Chuck Schumer put Medicare for all up for a vote on the House floor, put it on the Senate floor, up for a vote up or down on the docket. Or else we're going to find and talk to one of the senators and find a Democratic senator that would be willing and able and would be interested in becoming the new Senate leader. Maybe Cory Booker might be up for it. Who knows? I think we got to be more diplomatic because we need to win friends, right? We know who the enemies already are, so they've already outed themselves. So the great unmasking, and that's one of the victories of the first force to vote. The great unmasking, which is a major victory. Who's for concrete change? Who's speaking to YouTube and the world and the universe and all of America because they actually want to see change happen, and who's just, causing a shitstorm to get the clicks and all this and that. So we already know the people who wants real concrete change. I feel like it's inevitable for everybody to get swept up in this again. I will do my part. I can only do so much, but I got some ideas for how we could do it better. And I bet you a lot of other people got some ideas of how they could do it better, too. You get better. And so, yeah, Chuck Schumer, get us Medicare for all. Get us a vote on Medicare for all, or, sit down. And let's get Bernie Sanders. Let's get Bernie Sanders to be the Senate leader. Maybe not. If he doesn't want to do it, we'll have to find somebody that wants to do it. and we need to mobilize and organize and make phone calls, and there's going to be Jackson Hinkle, and people are going to be protesting. We need to make cause a ruckus online. That's the whole idea of Force the Vote. Jimmy Dore's online army caused a ruckus, changed the narrative, and then you got Richard Medhurst out of the UK sitting there laughing at, essentially us, but he was paying attention. He was watching the progressives, all eyes on the progressives. How are they going to behave? How are they going to act? They knew this was out there, so they ignored it. Whereas 5 moderate corporate Democrats said it was okay.
Every Georgian and every single American who believed in me and our campaign, we accomplished so much in a short time, from delivering relief to hardworking Georgians during this pandemic, to funding our rural hospitals and health care, advocating for our farmers, our veterans, for school choice and families, for standing up for conservative American values. Unfortunately, we came up slightly short in the runoff election, and earlier today I called Reverend Warnock to congratulate him and to wish him well in serving this great state.
So there you go. She called Warnock, and so when it comes to Force the Vote, that's just I think it's the next logical. It's the same exact tactic and strategy. So if all those other people were cucks, then the people that supported it and won't support this are a bunch of cucks. We started a month late, and then it got steam 2 weeks later. I think if we got to get on this early, right? And so I got some personal stuff that I am working on, but after hopefully I can get that solved. I got some personal problems and I got to get that solved, and then I think I could be more useful to the movement, and we're all evolving. So whether this national movement carries on, or whether I go back to focusing on local and state politics, I guess it doesn't really matter much to me. Colorado's cool, so Colorado will be okay. I'm not sure if America will be, though. Anyways, Force the Vote.